Sned, how difficult was it to hear, I guess, the worst news that you probably could have feared about Ronnie?
No, it wasn't good. I know that when George called, I mean, he late last night, it was, like I say, what we didn't want to hear, because you never knew. Like when I let guys, he was still being looked at, so we didn't know. We were hoping it would be the best. It's not, and so that's kind of it's just another punch in the gut that we got to endure. But you know what? He's a young, strong guy. He'll recover great and continue a Hall of Fame career when he's done.
Chipper obviously missed a season at the start of his career with the ACL and came back strong, and they've advanced it since then, I would imagine. Are you confident, like you said, that Acuna will come back at 100%?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I've had players that have had these, and they tell me that when they come back, they feel like if somebody could drive a truck over them, and they'd be good. So, like I say, Ronald's he's strong, takes great care of himself. I expect him to recover and be just as strong and as he ever was.
Coach, have you been able to meet with the team this morning? And if so, what are the emotions like in the clubhouse?
No, I haven't met with him.
Okay.
Hey, Snitker, did you get a chance to talk to Ronald at all?
Yeah, I saw him last night, late after that we got the findings, and I'll tell you what, man, he was in great spirits. There's a lot of questions for a young guy. I'd have the same questions, when you're going forward to something that you've never been through. There's just a lot of rehab questions, things like that. What's the procedure going to be? I mean, they're obviously he's going to have surgery. They're getting all that squared away, and there's a lot of unknowns for anybody that's never been through something like that. I think the good news is, and as we relayed to him, that guys like Chipper and there've been I think Javi had it, and there've been a lot of guys that have had this, and it's just a bump in the road. I mean, he's still young. He's gonna, like I said, he'll be back and after he's done and continue that Hall of Fame career.
What time did you talk to him last night, Sned?
It was close to midnight. When
So
George, everything was. I'm sorry.
George called you late then, just like we found.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know for sure. I mean, it might have been a little earlier than that.
Right.
I know you said you haven't met with the team yet, but what does the message have to be for the second half and the rest of the year? We
just got to, we're going to continue to play. I mean, the same when we lost Marcel, the same when we lost Travis. We've been through this before. I mean, this isn't new to this group of guys. They've all been through it. Like I say, it's just another punch in the gut. We got to rally the forces and continue to go.
You guys have been pretty remarkably resilient to be at 500, considering the guys you just listed. How is Acuna in some ways even harder to replace for all that he does, top the lineup and all?
Yeah, you're not going to replace him. I mean, this guy's arguably the best player in the game right now, so it's going to be hard to replace him. Somebody's going to get an opportunity, whether it's in this clubhouse, away, whoever. Who knows? And but that's what you do in our business. You just keep going, man. You keep playing, you rally the troops, and you go. I mean, I mentioned those two guys, and I didn't even mention Soroka, Noah, all them, the other key members of who we're missing right now. But these guys keep going. They keep preparing. They keep playing. The inner good, the emotion, and they're going to go out and do their job.
They give you a timetable, Snip?
No.
Brian, you've got 19 days until the trading deadline. I mean, is there ever any way you guys could look to mitigate what just happened by making some sort of deal?
Oh, I know Alex, like I've said many times, is Alex is always trying to make this club better, whether it's during the year, it's an off season. He's tirelessly working to help this club out. So, I have complete faith in him, and whatever he decides to do, we'll roll with.
Thanks.
Snick, Frank Corey yesterday on the broadcast mentioned how hard that warning track is. Have you seen other injuries out there? And is that anything that has to be addressed?
No,
He
I
said
haven't.
it's cement.
Yeah, well, he's
No.
played out there. I've walked on it. I don't, he may have something. I don't know. I'm not aware of that.
Okay, thank you.
You decided on a doctor yet?
Nope.
All right, guys. Any last ones?
Brian, how much sleep did you get last night?
Not a lot. I slept like a baby. I woke up every 2 hours and cried.
No, I mean, what do you say to a young man who's got the world at his fingertips? As you said, he's a Hall of Famer, and 1 minute he's, an all-star, the next minute he's got surgery.
No, you just, there's not a lot to say. You just got, you're with him, you're encourage him. Like I said, his take on this, he was really very realistic, and I thought remarkable how, he was asking all the right questions. I thought, he handled it extremly well in a tough situation and what he went through, because I can't imagine what went through his mind when that happened. Like I said before, there's probably just a mirage of things that would go through your mind at that time when he's laying out there. So I think he's very realistic, and how he handled the things was better than I would have anticipated, quite honestly.